Illumination. Oh boy, where do I even start with you? Illumination is a pretty decisive animation studio amongst fans. It's either people praise it for its stunning visuals and animation, or just criticize it for its very bland plots, and you can tell that the movie was just made to commercialize something. And while both sides are correct, we've never really gotten a movie from Illumination where, on both sides, everyone agrees that it's just good. You could say it's the Despicable Me movies, but after that, everything else, you don't really hear much about it. Secret Life of Pets, you don't really hear much from it. Sing is decisive, but I'd say Sing 2 actually is pretty good. But when it comes to their newer originals, it's, meh. And with the first original movie from Illumination in a while coming out, everyone was wondering, is it going to be good? Are people actually going to see it? Because Illumination has been kind of worried about that. Well, recently we had the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which was very good, but then again, it's the Super Mario Bros. Most people went to go see it because, it's based off of a popular brand. Illumination has been doing that for a while, doing movies based off of Dr. Seuss books and, already existing properties. So, yes, that was very good, and still the highest grossing animated movie of the year. I can't really say that Illumination has won over everybody in regards for original animation. And that's where Migration comes in. A movie that not many people knew about, and is something fresh and new, kind of. And one thing I've noticed with this movie is that Illumination is trying so hard for everyone to go and see this. They literally advertised the first trailer with Minions. They put the logo of Minions on the poster of the movie. They never did that with the Illumination logo, but now they suddenly did with Migration. It's almost like they don't have faith that people are gonna go see this unless Illumination and Minions is slapped right in front of it. Which is kinda sad. That kinda shows that Illumination kinda doesn't have faith in it. Then after seeing the movie, it's actually, enjoyable. It's actually one of Illumination's better originals. I'd say that, hey, I can see why they were a little worried because, again, original animation this year hasn't been doing too hot lately. Unfortunately, because we need original animation to continue the medium, but I'd say Migration is pretty decent. It's not bad. First of all, yes, the plot is pretty simple. The plot is simple. It's a plot that goes from point A to point B. Mallard is kind of cautious about, migrating, feels kind of okay where he's residing, but his family wants an adventure. They want to go somewhere new and just, live life. And that's where they try to go to with Jamaica, going on that adventure. And then they take that pit stop in New York. Okay, I don't know who it is, but who in Hollywood is making all these cartoon characters end up in Manhattan? Why? As a current resident of this big city, why? What is the deal with adding so many animated movies to New York? You got the Smurfs, you got Tom and Jerry, you got Migration, and I could keep going. Why? Oh my god. As for the characters, I kinda like them. Their chemistry kind of bounced off of each other. It was actually pretty nice. I could tell they were kind of having fun with it, and I could see from the audience that was watching the movie also had a fun time with it too. And Aquafina shows up here again.
Why? Why? Why?
Same typical character as she normally shows up as. I don't know why everyone keeps dunking on her. Yes, there are some reasons, but it's just the character she ends up as. I don't think she is the decider of what character she ends up as. But I'd say that this little segment wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. It was enjoyable in some aspects. And Mr. Beast is in this movie, again. Not a crazy role, just, a lost pigeon. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Beast showing up in animated movies. He's shown up in 3 now. He's shown up in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He's shown up in a very underrated movie, Under the Boardwalk, and, well, now this. And now I'm starting to wonder, who is Mr. Beast's agent? Is his job now just a cameo in every animated movie? Are we gonna see him in Kung Fu Panda 4? Is he gonna be the next villain? That would be pretty cool, though. But getting off topic from there, I'd say the plot is simple. The animation, though, I feel like Illumination with their visuals, they do really, go all out with certain stuff. But with this movie, it just looked beautiful. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you got the other movies like Secret Life of Pets and Lorax and The Grinch. They got their animation that looks really nice. I don't know if it's just we're in modern times. That's probably what it is. But this film just looked gorgeous. It's just, that's the one thing with Illumination that does well. Their animation is really good. That is why Illumination was probably picked up by Nintendo to say, hey, make this Mario movie. You have very bright and colorful animation. Make our Mario movie. This is most likely the reason why, and also how good they are at marketing. But I'd say that Illumination's marketing was not bad, actually. In the beginning, they were shoving minions down our throat. Nowadays, they're just promoting the movie. I actually see it. Take notes. Not naming any names. But I'd say Migration is a fun film. It is not the best animated movie we've got this year, but I say it's an enjoyable watch that, honestly, I didn't regret seeing. And with this, I'd say it doesn't need a sequel. No, it definitely doesn't. Leave it be, because almost every Illumination movie that people praised got a sequel and then just fell flat. Secret Life of Pets 2, I just can't even look at it anymore. Sing 2 was good, but that's a different story. There are so many other films that Illumination could give sequels to, and I just could not like it. But we do have Despicable Me 4 coming out next year, and I didn't even get to the short at the beginning of the film. Well, it was only really added because Migration, it's not a problem, but it does kinda have a short runtime. It's a feature-length film, but it does kinda fall on the shorter end. And that's probably why the short was added. And also, minions. That was like, okay, we gotta make this, draw people in. They gotta see Vector. But you know what? It's understandable why it has that runtime. It's really a point A to point B film. And, that's fine. Will this film do well? That's the question. Because, once again, it's an Illumination original. So, you don't know what could happen to it. I'd say, I think it's gonna do fine. Once again, it's an Illumination movie. We haven't really seen an Illumination original fail, like, crazily. And I'd also say is that there's not that much competition going on this month. Even though it came out the same day as Aquaman, I don't see many people clamoring to go see that movie. Especially the state that the DC Universe is in right now. And actually, you know what? Scratch that. The entire state of live-action superhero movies are a giant pile of garbage right now. And it's only gotten worse this week, if you heard what happened to Jonathan Majors. That's a story for another time, if you'd want to hear me talk about it. But that's a different story. I think Migration is going to do fine. It's actually a pretty good movie. I'd recommend watching it. It's, it's not a bad movie. It's not like a masterpiece or anything. It's just a fun movie. I wasn't, it was good. But I'm curious, if you've seen Migration up to this point, what did you think of it? Did you think it was good? Do you think that maybe it could get a sequel? Do you think that Illumination is finally actually starting to do well in the grand scheme of things? What are your thoughts? And also, thank you guys so much for 21,000 subscribers, finally. And going into the new year, we got one more video, and that is ranking all of these animated movies, which is, that's gonna be fun, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace out. And also, Merry Christmas.